Hi, my name's Steve Cromer. I've been asked by Anna Kelly to give you a little bit of maybe introduction and background on the word and the concept of the counterfactual. So the backstory, this word we're going to see is actually the foundation of M&V. It's a super simple concept that got incorporated into the M&V protocols, measurement and verification protocols, going back to the early 90s, when we didn't even know we were doing that. So what is it about? The practice of M&V has two major functions. One of them is to try and assess whether a system is working, which has a relationship to performance. So performance is one word you hear a lot in M&V. The other word you hear a lot is something called savings, the worst word in our industry. There's no definition for what savings means until you've got a model and you can update your model and quantify it and get everyone to agree what savings is going to be. Well, it turns out when you start modeling a performing system and then updating that model in the reporting period after you've implemented your measure, you're actually also implementing the counterfactual method. So what is that all about? Well, let me tell you a story. So I was on a bike ride with a friend of mine, and I was explaining how in my industry we use statistics, we build linear regression models, we sometimes use energy models. We characterize a system before a project is done, then we implement a project, and afterwards we come back and we update our model to account for other changes, the inputs into our model, and compare to what actually happens. And we were on a bike ride, and she just looked at me and said, "Oh, so you design your own counterfactual for each project?" And we hadn't used that word before. So it dawned on me right away. There's a researcher in University of California doing studies of agricultural development and whatnot, completely understood the concept of counterfactual designs. Shameless plug for counterfactual designs. Fast forward a little bit. A guy named Herman Karstens in South Africa sends me books and information on the latest thinking in machine learning and how it impacts M&V, how we can learn from data. And he introduces me to a guy named Judea Pearl, who wrote a book called The Book of Why. And the Book of Why goes deeply into how the counterfactual, the building of models and the use of the counterfactual method is at the root of all modern artificial intelligence. And it's actually what's allowed artificial intelligence to prosper in the last 5 years. So a very current thing. Now, even one more step. Let's go back to 1966 with a gentleman named Herbert Simon. Herbert Simon, Nobel Prize winner, also known as like the godfather of artificial intelligence. He wrote a paper called Cause and Counterfactual in 1966. And this paper lays out the whole basis for creating learning systems that build models, update models, and use those models for, again, artificial intelligence. Turns out actually our human brains use the same thing. So counterfactual is not strange. It's actually how you think. It's not strange. It's actually how the world is working now with artificial intelligence. It's the foundation of research. We didn't use it in the original terminology for M&V. We could have, maybe we should have, now we are. So when you see the word counterfactual, I hope you get kind of excited, think it's interesting, do your own research, Google, Bing, whatever tool you use. And yeah, that's it for me. I'm happy to chat about it later, Anna, if you have any questions. So good luck, everyone. Thanks.